Who are we? It's a philosophical question that only we ourselves can answer. Our personalities are as obscure to us as our fingerprint or the iris in our eye. We are moulded by everything around us. Our parents, siblings, extended family, culture, friends, values, and all the beliefs that we've been brought up on. I have been blessed with a loving family who have taught me all the important lessons in life. Some easy and some much harder to comprehend. But most importantly, they've always been there for me, and has been a major influence in becoming exactly who I am today. For me anyway, the most important thing in life is all of those who are around me. My family, friends, colleagues, teammates. It's all of these people who inspire me to be who I am today and make me truly question where I would be without them. As time has progressed, academics have come up with theories and tests that measure us using different measures, whether it be ranking how we react to certain situations, or to what degree As time has progressed, academics have come up with theories and tests that measure us using different methods, whether it be ranking us in how we react to certain situations, or to what degree do we see ourselves. As time's progressed, academics have come up with theories and tests that measure us using different methods, whether it be ranking how we react to certain situations, or to what degree do we see ourselves regarding a certain aspect of our life. It is these that I'll be using to measure up myself today. I'll also be discussing my own strengths, weaknesses. I'll also be discussing my own strengths and weaknesses, the implications for these in the future when I enter the real world, what I'm going to improve, and how exactly I'm going to make that happen. Today I'll be exploring 3 different tests: the Big 5 personality test, Myers-Briggs type indicator, and social styles. Let's start off having a look at the Big 5 personality test. It's absolutely no surprise to me to find that I'm an extremely strong extrovert. According to Emerald Insight 2001, extroversion is to act on environment whilst also being frank and open. And it is for these reasons and characteristics, such as being sociable, talkative, and others, that prove that it fits me perfectly. All my life I've played sport in teams because I'm fueled by the passion and efforts of those who surround me. I've been house captain in primary school, vice captain in high school, captained various hockey teams, coached junior teams, and worked in environments where leadership and responsibility is highly valued in the workplace. Hogan R. 1986 also interprets this aspect in respect to the workplace, where likely occupations consist of those that require social interaction, such as managers and salesmen, and in my case, marketing. They are often driven by ambition, which is me to a T. It's also interesting to note that I scored very low in neuroticism, with personal characteristics of this in my case being rational and being guilt-free. Thinking about how I play on the hockey field really brings this theory and result into perspective. When I do play hockey or even footy, or most likely watch my beloved Hawks, I don't always care about those around me and what they think. If a decision doesn't go my way, or I feel like the opposition has acted in an improper way, I will react emotionally. And this certainly has negative implications in the workplace, which I will touch on later. Just like previously on the Big 5, on the MBTI test, I was not surprised to find that once again I scored highly in extroversion. This makes me believe, also backed by academics, that Myers-Briggs and the Big 5 are highly correlated. But another interesting fact here is perceiving, in this case referring to how I behave in the workplace. Regarding the personality types, perceiving is more likely to mean that I'm keen on understanding and adapting to information sourced by myself or brought to me. Charles R. Martin, 1997, also compares perceiving types to be stimulated by an upcoming deadline and working bursts of energy. Now, despite what you probably want to hear, the fact is that under pressure I do my best work. I work fast, concentrate sharply, and I'm extremely efficient. For instance, I am filming this on Friday, and I smashed out the last of my dialogue last night. But the fact is, it's part of who I am, and there is no point me procrastinating. And I've learned to embrace it. In the workplace, working under pressure is a skill I've developed very well, such as when I'm working in the aquatic environments as a lifeguard. Unfortunately, despite our best preventative efforts, occasionally we do have to deal with emergency situations, and I've learned to deal with them through staying calm, collected, and thinking through every step of the situation. Overall, I was found to be ENFP, or extroversion, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. And upon having a quick Google search, I found that many celebrities such as Sandra Bullock and Robin Williams are also like this. These are people who aren't afraid to improvise. Very charming and very, very likeable, I'm sure we could all agree. These are characteristics that I would not just like to think resemble with me, but as time goes on, I really hope to explore. In the corporate world, where I see myself working in a marketing space, I realise I need to better organise myself. As my tutors say, quite often IT malfunctions do happen and other things come up. And this is where I really need to improve now. Over the previous summer, I went to Europe after having a very average semester at uni and came back a man on a mission. Before first semester was started, I typed out a list of every assignment, quiz and class I knew that was happening every week. I have also done that this semester. I have a list on my wall, reminders on my phone, and have major assignments, work shifts, hockey and 21st commitments all written on my calendar, which sits right above my desk, right above the filming. I set myself goals and together, so far so good, it's looking promising. So as far as the social style test went, I was found to be highly assertive and highly responsive, making me the expressive type. Now it goes without saying, but expressive types have to express themselves. But without anyone responding with energy to the situation, we can get frustrated and even upset and feel misunderstood. This is certainly something I've come across. When I was younger, I used to play competitive tennis. Now the issue I had was that I never had anybody to lean on the court. I ended up getting frustrated and I'd lose games on that. Now the issue I had, and what ended up being the reason I stopped playing, was that on the court you have nobody to lean on, nobody to talk to, and nobody to rely on when things are down. On the other hand, hockey, footy, cricket, and all the other sports I've played, there's someone on the field and there's always someone to express the emotion to. I react very strongly in that social setting. And this also comes to light in the workplace. When I'm lifeguarding, to ensure the safe enjoyment of the facilities for all customers and patrons, we work together to ensure risks are minimalised, and when they do arise, we control and eliminate them as a team. It goes the same in group assignments as well, or even just group discussions. I really enjoy bouncing ideas around the table and discussing, and sometimes arguing in different theories and ideas. However, where I can struggle is when I feel that I'm not being heard. When I'm unable to express myself effectively, occasionally I can become emotional and unpredictable. This can be a massive concern within the workplace should it become a higher level of emotion, as my focus can quickly disappear and I effectively become not part of the conversation. I found that a sharp run would expel all that negative energy, and that, applied with a cold shower when I got home, allowed me to refresh my whole body and restart my thought processes. Now in the workplace, I associate this with breaks. Even just a short walk around the block or grabbing a quick coffee can do the trick. Also, being more task orientated, keeping meetings short and succinct and tasks to small steps, whether it be meeting specific or working on reports and having a specific goal in mind to reach by a certain time. Now it's also extremely important to recognise the other social styles and how they work together, and sometimes don't, in the workplace. The main sources of conflict and areas of agreement are how priorities are measured and pace of thinking through a task, but also achieving results. For instance, as previously discussed, expressive types like myself will have stagnant work periods, but once the ideas start flowing, especially with others, we will fly through tasks, with ideas coming thick and fast. On the other hand, for example, analytical types really need to have done a lot of research before coming to conclusions. So what this means is, should I ever be working with someone that is of that style, I do need to stop and think. And most importantly, listen to what they have to say, as they might not always be forthcoming. Even if I have my own stream of ideas running through my head. This is where I'm trying to be a bit more visual in my work. I'm writing things down, especially other people's thoughts, because my personality can come across quite strong. And very often I've found that others have brilliant ideas too, and can be highly beneficial to my work. All in all, understanding who we are isn't the whole task, but understanding how we can best work with others and other personality types, specifically during our studies and also in the real world, is the real challenge.